This Kumara Rama was killed by a lady called Matangi because that Matangi told the Muslim rulers that you can never defeat Kumara Rama. 60 elephants, 1,200 horses and thousands of POW, prisoners of war, and what they carried was 94,000 mound of gold which was looted from all the temples. Few years back, if somebody asked me, you are from Karnataka, can you say something about Hampi? Zero. I knew nothing. In fact, I come from a place which is just 4-5 hours drive from Hampi. I never went there. Maybe at the back of my mind, the negative connotation connected to Hampi, in Kannada they call it Halu Hampi. That means Hampi, ruined Hampi. Idea was, why should I go all the way and see the ruined Hampi and feel bad about it? Because most of the literature available in Kannada and English, they eloquently talk more about how Hampi was destroyed rather than how Hampi was created. So when I was flying for Air Deccan, we used to do a flight from Bangalore to Jindal Private Airport near Hampi. So after taking off, we used to make a light to the ATC and make a short circuit over Hampi and get a bird's eye view about how Hampi looked. Then at some stage, I said, why not go and have a look? So there is a train which leaves Bangalore around 11 o'clock at night and reaches Hospet, that is the closest railway station to Hampi, by around 5:30 in the morning. So we took the train, reached Hampi. When I reached Hampi, I was totally blank, no preconceived ideas about what I will be doing in next 3 days. Maybe Hampi is famous for the hot sun also. Luckily, we went in this season only. October, November is the best season to visit Hampi. So by the time we reached the resort where we were staying, what I saw was not ruins. Everywhere it is greenery, water flowing from the river, canals, and the green, lush fields of paddy, sugarcane. I said, this is not Halu Hampi. In my mind, in Kannada, it is called Hasiru Hampi. Hasiru is green. So I said, no, this place has got a lot of story to tell, and each stone has got a story to tell. I must listen to it. Then my quest started to collect the information as much as possible available. The first book I got was Robert Sewell's The Forgotten Empire. Most of you have read about the book. So my quest started how great was the empire and how able was the king who administered this Hampi. And also I started thinking about how was the commoner's life in Hampi. Commoner, a merchant, a farmer, a dancer, and a soldier. All these things, I started getting into that character. And I started writing. I have this little bit of habit of writing. So after compilation of all this, about almost 200 pages, I bravely entered the house of Dr. S.L. Bhairappa. Some of you are aware of Kannada literature. He is the literary giant in Kannada literature. In North Karnataka, folklore and folk songs talk about how Hampi began. What is Hampi? What is the name? How it originated? Basically, Pampa is the name of Parvati and Virupaksha is the name of Shiva, and Pampa Devi did tapas on the banks of river, and after many years Shiva agreed to marry her. That's how the folklore goes. So that Pampa got corrupted and became Hampi or Hampe. And the Tungabhadra river, what we call Tungabhadra now, was once called Pampa Nadi, and the whole Hampi was called Pampa Kshetra and also called Kishkinda Kshetra. It's supposed to be a nearby place which is supposed to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. But as per the folklore of North Karnataka, Hampi started from a valiant commander called Kumara Rama. Kumara Rama was a valiant commander in Kampali. Kampali is another small province which managed to survive the onslaught of the invaders of Malika Kafur's army, which looted, and by the beginning of 14th century, almost everything was emptied in all the temples of southern region, south of Krishna River, and nearly took away 60 elephants, 1,200 horses, and thousands of POW, prisoners of war. And what they carried was 94,000 mound of gold, which was looted from all the temples. But they installed the Muslim rulers in various places, including Madurai, Srirangapatnam, and Devgiri, and also in by then the Hoysala dynasty was waned off. The third Veera Ballal was engaged in the wars with the Gayasuddin, who was based in Madurai. So this Kumara Rama was killed by a lady called Matangi, because that Matangi told the Muslim rulers that you can never defeat Kumara Rama unless a lady goes and stands in front of him and attempts to kill. Only then he can be killed, and she was compensated adequately for her misdeed, and she went along with the male soldiers disguised as a male soldier, and when in front of Kumara Rama, she displayed her hair and the attire, which was ladies, and Kumara Rama stopped his attempt to assassinate her, and in turn she assassinated Kumara Rama. Kumara Rama was the brother of a lady called Maramma, and her husband was Sangamanayaka, and he had 5 brothers. Everywhere we hear about Hakka, that's all. But there are actually 5 brothers: Marappa, Madappa, Kampana, Harihara Raya, and Bukkaraya. So these 4 angry young soldiers now wanted to take revenge on this wherever there is Muslim ruler, and this is one family of 5 brothers. Another place there is family of 4 people: Madhavacharya, Sayanacharya, Bhoganatha, and Singalambike. So there is one group of angry, valiant soldier brothers, and another group of 4 spiritual literary giants, which were now going to come together and create a kingdom for Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. Because by then the morale of the soldiers was down the drain. There were no, all the temple treasure was looted, and people were forcibly converted into Islam, and the rise of Islam was everywhere, for either forcibly or without any choice. So now when Madhavacharya, later who becomes Madhava Vidyaranya, or subsequently Madhava is dropped and he's Vidyaranya, and Sayanacharya, these 2 people, they come together and they travel the length and breadth of the India, right from Varanasi to Kanchipuram, and they decided we have to support these youngsters who now want to build a small province for themselves, and where the arrest of Islamization of South India must be stopped. So that is how the creation of Hampi or Vijayanagar. Firstly, it was called Vidyanagar in honor of Vidyaranya, and later on, as they started winning territories, and it became Vijayanagara as the capital, and the eldest brother, Harihara Raya, and Bukkaraya were stationed in the capital city, and Madappa was sent to Kolar region, Mulubagal, and coastal region was looked after by Marappa, and Kampana was sent to what is present Andhra Pradesh, along with the Sayanacharya as his prime minister. Now the first task of both these acharyas was to formulate SOPs, how to run, as you expand the kingdom, how to run it in a just way. So Vidyaranya wrote Vyavahara Madhaviya, which was a reference manual for the kings who were ruling the kingdom in the name of Lord Virupaksha, and Sayanacharya wrote many manuals of similar nature, but one of the main manual was Prayaschitta Sudhanidhi. That means those who are forcibly converted to Islam now were taken back into the fold of Sanatana Dharma. If similar thing had happened, and if similar Sayanacharya was there in Kashmir, then the Kashmir wouldn't have been having 97% of the Islam population. So fortunately, in South India, south of Krishna river, we had these great people who guided, who became the Rajagurus, Dharma Gurus, and the guiding principles of how to run a kingdom, which is just recovered from the onslaught, Islam army and the cruel rulers of the who came from north. Now let us come to, as the first generation expanded the territory, the second generation was sent to Tamil Desham, because for 43 years Madurai Meenakshi temple and Srirangam temple were closed for worship. They were never opened, no worship was carried out. Srirangam temple was taken over by the Muslim army, and it became a military garrison. Soldiers inside the temple, there were horses, there were elephants, so it became a military garrison. And regarding this, the authentic Granth was discovered in 1912 in a private library of Sri Padmanabha Shastri of Thiruvananthapuram. The title of that was Madhura Vijaya. It was also called Veera Kampana Charitam. It was written by the Kampana, who was the son of Bukkaraya, first Bukkaraya. Kampana there was an uncle Kampana also, and this was the son Kampana, and his wife Gangambike, who was from Kakatiya dynasty. She wrote a 64-page manual, it was a kind of running commentary and how Madurai was captured. That's why it is called Madhura Vijaya. In that, she gives a running commentary of how they went all the way to Tamil Desham, these great temples, Srirangam and Madurai. One of the days when they were planning how to go about dislodging the Gayasuddin from Madurai, and one lady appeared. Suddenly one lady appeared, and this is what is written in Madhura Vijayam. I am not concocting anything. It is written in Sanskrit. So, one of the two lines I will just read out. Duritai kaparam turushkanatham drutamuktaya jagatprai kashalyam prati rupaya ramasetu madhye vijayasthamba shatani bahushalin. The meaning is, O brave king, why don't you get rid of this Turushkanathas from all three worlds? Here is the sword, you use this sword and destroy them, which is relevant even today. These Turushkanathas have to go. So that's how he was slain, and this lady Gangambike, she writes